Hello. How are you? Welcome, welcome. This is yours truly, Dr. A.J. Austin. Sitting here bundled up. I'm cold. I gotta admit it. I fought it. I was like, we're here in Georgia. Y'all overreacting. We ain't gonna really get nothing. Chill. These last few hours and put me in check, and here I am, bundled up on camera, talking to y'all. Hey, y'all. Yours truly, Dr. A.J. Austin, founder of the International Center for Life Coach Training, LLC, here to tell you about a $1,500 life coach certification partial scholarship. If you're interested, if you're here, talk to me in the comments. I can't see you yet. So underneath 4 layers of cover and everything that I got on under this, I can't see comments, so you better say something that I know you're here. I can tell you how to get your hands on this partial scholarship if you're looking to become a Black woman, Christian, certified life coach. Okay, that's 5 things. You have to be 5 out of 5 things to qualify for this partial scholarship. If you're not, 5 out of 5 things, not 4 or 3 or 2 or 1 out of 5, please, you don't qualify. Okay, we love you with the love of the Lord. Now move on. Let's keep scrolling. But if you here and you like those of you who are literally popping up in my inbox as we speak before I went live saying, I've been watching you forever. I really want to do this. What are your options to come work with you now? I have 1 partial scholarship that is available to come train with me that'll give you literally half off the price, the value, the tuition cost, the investment of our life coach certification training. It is for Black Christian women certified life coaches. Okay, 5 things. Add future in front of that. So future Black women Christian certified life coaches, this is your moment to treat yourself for the holiday. One of my coaches today said, we too grown for gifts. So we gift ourselves the gift of personal development. And this falls into that. It falls into continuing education. Yes, you can add it to that category on your taxes as well for continuing education. Because what I'm noticing is I spend a lot of time talking to people who think they've already been coaching. And if you've seen my post today, child, I'll let you know that, number 1, your life experience alone, what you've been through, who hurt you, lessons learned, Natasha, Sawyer, hey girl, that is not enough to certify you. And I know you've probably been misled because there's so many people online with so many different opinions. But trust me, I have almost 200 certified life coaches around the world under my belt who have personally trained with me. And trust me, everybody in that crew has been through something. You've been through something too, right? If you hear me on tonight, you've been through something, right? That life experience alone does not qualify or certify you as a life coach. It usually, I don't even want to go down the rabbit hole of what it could lead to, mostly hurting other people because you've been hurt. But now you're trying to tell people what they could have, should have, would have, ought to did, and you rolling your neck. That ain't coaching, sis. Let me tell you what coaching is. Coaching is when you learn how to convert those life experiences into a coaching conversation with confidence. And what that means is you can talk about what you've been through. You're usually going to end up helping people who are currently where you just came from, or they're getting ready to go where you just came from. You can use your life experience to aid you in coaching, but it doesn't certify or qualify you to coach. When you learn how to take the skills that you've been through, turn that into a coaching conversation and get paid, that's coaching. That's coaching, okay? So, life coaching in and of itself is a skill. It's not something you're born with. It's not something that you don't really learn how to do it by watching others. You learn how to do it by learning how to do it. So you have to be taught the skill of coaching. And it's not something that comes easily to people because, as I mentioned, we use our life experiences as our excuse to coach people and call ourselves a coach and think that's what qualified us. Y'all see all those quotes? So a lot of people think they're already coaching, but they're not. They're simply trying to use what they've been through. They don't have a formula or a system for how they went through it, came out of it, and can help others do the same. Coaching teaches you how to use that life experience and combine it with the skill of becoming a professionally trained, skilled, qualified, certified life coach. In our case, it's Black Christian women who are about to be blessed. Somebody's about to be blessed with our final partial scholarship of the year, which gives you literally 50% off, half off, $1,500 off of that $2,997 tuition because you're ready to take your life experiences and learn how to convert that into the skill of life coaching. And the skill of life coaching does not involve teaching. It does not involve training. It does not involve preaching or rolling your neck and rolling your eyes and stomping your feet and telling people what you would have did if you was them and what they could do or what they should do or what you would have, should have, ought to. That ain't coaching. Coaching is not about giving advice or sharing your opinions or your personal beliefs with others. Even if you are a future Black woman Christian certified life coach, becoming a certified coach in this specific area does not give you permission to go out and what people used to say in the church, beat people over the head with a Bible. That ain't why they're going to hire you. They may hire you because of your story, your experience, you've been through. They may hire you because of your wisdom and your tenacity and your faith and your prayer life. They may hire you because they do follow you on and off social media and they admire the way that they have watched you grow and they know it was because of the blood, okay? But they're not watching you or going to hire you as a coach for you to beat them up just because life beats you up a little bit. So our job is to learn the skill of coaching, learn how to do the opposite of the preaching, the teaching, the training, the giving advice, the sharing the opinions, the rolling of the necks, the stumping of the feet. We are to cater in love with this skill. And the skill is so simple and it's so powerful. Once you learn it, it can be applied to everything from parenting to your corporate culture, to volunteering in your community, to literally standing in the line at the grocery store and people will just sense something in you, turn around and start telling you all their business. And you're like, oh, I was just sitting here scrolling on my phone. But they see the gift on you. And when they can tell that you've honed in on a skill, they're going to be like, girl, you good. That's coaching. Okay? Not trying to give somebody a word of the day, a sermonette, a prophesy. That ain't coaching. You can incorporate all those into coaching as your gift and your anointing. But yeah, let's do it right. And so I have been working all year long, really since 2020, but we amped it up times 1,000,000 trillion, okay, this year. And I just did the numbers and we have been gifted over $25,000 in everything from grants to scholarships to fellowships to contests to competitions to subsidies to things that could help me run my coaching company smoother because it trickles down to you as future Black life coaches. And so what that looks like is the $25,000 bucket that has been filled this year on my behalf for my company, the International Center for Life Coach Training, from all types of opportunities from all over the world. I bring them back to you and I gift a certain percentage back through my company in the form of a scholarship. So if you've been following me and if you visited our website, blacklifecoachcertification.com, again, blacklifecoachcertification.com, that's where it breaks down everything that I teach you in our one-day Black woman Christian life coach certification self-study system. And it tells you what comes as a part of becoming a professionally trained, skilled, qualified Black woman Christian certified life coach who has that honed in skill to make money off of the gift that you're already giving away. You know, you're already talking to people for free at church, at work, in the grocery store, in your community. You already want to do this coaching thing full time. And so I have put together my last almost 7 years of knowledge just from training almost 200 coaches. And I'm giving you my experiences. I'm sharing their experience. They're sharing their experiences with you. You'll get to hear from so many of our coaches. We put together a panel and everybody's telling you what it's really like to be a Black woman Christian certified life coach in today's time of race and religious riots, but for the community of people who specifically need you. They need your life experience. They need what you do, but they need you to know how to use it in the skill of coaching versus preaching or teaching to them in a way that brings them down or turns into like hurt for them. So I've offered this opportunity in the form of slashing our tuition price in half for one more person this year. That'll give you our $3,000 one-day training for only $1,497. You make that one payment and you're done, and you get your life coach certification once you complete the certification course. And so I want to meet you where you are. And that's what I've spent all this year doing, creating more and more opportunities to give back to people who are ready. Because even if you thought you have already been coaching, even if you've been calling yourself a coach, which I just Talked to a couple of y'all saved ministers and elders and evangelists and pastors recently. I usually coach people with larger titles. We have judges and elders and ministers and reverends and doctors. We have people who are doing some big things in and out of the church, but when it comes to the coaching realm, they need to know the difference between coaching and counseling. They need to know the difference between counseling and teaching and preaching. They need to know how to reach more of the masses in a way that's not just, again, beating people over the head with the Bible. There's a way to incorporate the Word of God in what you do and let your coaching still serve as your ministry. So even if you thought that you've been coaching already, there's still time to learn, what you don't know. There's still time to learn how to do it correctly. And some of y'all, nobody can tell you nothing. This class is not for you. If you think you know everything because you have other titles in front of your name, please do not reach out to try to come join our crew. We are of a different breed. We are elite women of God. We are strong and courageous in God. That's literally the definition of my name in Greek. Andrieka means strong and courageous in Greek. And that is what my company is all about. Lifting up other strong and courageous women with stories. But they're also, because we are so big in the world, we do hold the titles of Dr. A.J. Austin. And we have our masters and our bachelors and our PhDs and our collars in and out of the I was about to say the courtroom, in and out of the church house. We do have some lawyers. We do have the judges. We do have the people in these titles. But we also know that we can humble ourselves and learn in a new industry as well. So just because you preach, just because you teach, one of our coaches has 7 kids, and she's like, I still need to get certified. You may know what you're doing in these other areas, but coaching is a fairly new industry. And so you have to, number one, be careful who you learn from, but number two, jump in on opportunities that allow you to humble yourself and sit at the feet and learn from people who have literally gone before you, paved the way, got the goodies, brought them back to you, and now teaching it in a simplified system. And that's what we're doing for this $1,500 scholarship opportunity. So if you're interested in it, you can always message me here on the Facebook platform. Hello, Carla Stevenson. How are you? You can ask me about the partial scholarship link, because it is a special link. You won't find it on our website. And if you're watching this video anywhere else, you can always email me. I'm aj@thebossof.me. Again, aj@thebossof.me. I have that special link for the special 50% off of the $3,000 investment. It'll give it to you for only $1,497. We have one of these opportunities left for this year. Someone just claimed the other one like maybe 2 days ago. But overall this year we have given out almost $10,000 in these scholarship opportunities. And so I'm excited to share our last one of the year. So I wanted to jump on live and talk about that. Y'all like my mug? She been getting used today though. This coffee is so good. I mixed a couple creamers. So let me see what else I got for you on my notes. I'm gonna talk about this in another live. Excuse me. Let me double check my notes. I'm gonna also talk about how one of the most common mistakes people make is calling themselves a coach without having learned that proper professional protocol. They don't have that skill. They don't know how to confidently convert a coaching conversation into what we call clients, cash, checks, and credit cards, the 4 C's. So whether you're standing in line at a grocery store, whether you are hanging out after church and someone comes up and talks to you, or they call or text you afterwards, whether someone catches you in the break room at your corporate job, whether you are sitting at your desk at your 9 to 5 and you're really wishing, like I used to, that you could be anywhere but there, using this gift to coach other people and help them live their lives so that you can live your life freely, you still need to get the skill down pat. And so you need that professional protocol. You need to learn that skill of converting that conversation into clients, cash, checks, and credit cards. And I want you to do it right. So I'm going to give some tips on training, getting trained, what to look for in a training, how long it takes, how much it costs. I'm also answering these questions over in our private Facebook group over at futurebblacklifecoaches.com. Again, www.futurebblacklifecoaches.com is where to see what I got going on and coming up and other opportunities like this one that gives you a chance to come train with me and to find out what you thought you knew but you didn't know, because this is a new industry for you. And I love this. God gave me this recently. I wrote it in another one of my journals. I got like 5 journals piled up. I'm a journal collector and proud of it. But in one of the sheets, I recently ran back across how the Lord revealed to me that when you work with me, I'm going to speak for me because I know my gifting and my anointing in Christ Jesus, okay? When you work with me, you get me. You get like behind the scenes access. Like imagine yourself going to an Ivy League university, but you get private office hours with your professor. And these office hours are catered to you and your specific needs to make sure that you graduate. And so it's this elite experience in an Ivy League environment from someone who has been there and done that. And again, crossed the burning sands, paved the way, made the path straight for you to come and to learn. And it's on a level that can meet you where you are because we're such intellectuals. We are so smart. We know so much. We're called on for so many leadership opportunities. And sometimes we're looking for the opportunities to be poured into. I'm a pourer. And I also look for opportunities to be poured into as well. So you need someone who sees your vision bigger than you. You need someone who can also hear from heaven. So I am an activated prophet. And so I incorporate that gifting into what I do. And so when you see me on platforms like this and you're like, look at this girl, she is silly. I love her. It's her personality. Or as I call her, Lavita Alizé Jenkins. Y'all remember Terry Vaughn from the Steve Harvey Show? And she's in a lot of Tyler Perry stuff. I met her recently and she said, I just love your steez. And if you know what steez is from back in the day, like that's the biggest compliment. It's like your style. It's like your personality. Another celebrity that was with her told me, that I have this big glow about me, this big light about me. That's the anointing that breaks every yoke. That's the gifting. That's what I bring into my business, and I'm not ashamed of it. I am not ashamed of the gospel of Jesus Christ. I'm very wise with how I win souls. And so this is one way that I've been able to build my own ministry at a higher level, and I'm helping others who want to come along for the ride because, again, we are educated. Y'all come to me with degrees and certifications and callings and anointings and giftings and all these other areas, and coaching is new to you. And I teach you how to marry them all, make it ministry, market it, and make money from it. And so I'm excited even to see our next year's tax bill, because that's where coaching has gotten us excited about paying taxes and excited about grant opportunities, excited about pouring back into our community because it's a wealth building principle. And Black people always talk about building wealth, generational wealth, and breaking generational curses. This is how you do it. You give back. And so I'm giving back a $1,500 opportunity for someone who you got the money right now, or you can get it today. And you want this one opportunity that's available for this year. It's your last opportunity to jump in for the 2022 year. And you don't know when it's going to come around again. And if you don't claim it, someone else will. I told you we've given out over $10,000 in opportunities like this year. And we have about $25,000 of opportunities that have come our way this year that have backed us. And we got more waiting for the new year for 2023. And so I'm so excited about bringing that, plus your chance to come train with me, get that elite experience. So many people have been surprised when I call them through Facebook Messenger, or when they call my office and I call them back and they're like, oh my gosh, it's you. You are the founder of the company. I cannot believe I'm talking to you. No other training company is doing this, and this. And you do. That's the love of God that comes as a gift, as a part of ministry. I love customer service. That is my background, customer service and finances. I have served in those capacities in my corporate culture for years. And so I incorporate that now into what I do in my ministry with life coach certification for Black Christian women. And it has literally paid off in dividends. Okay. So going from, how old was I? Maybe 19, 20 years old, counting millions of dollars in the Bank of America vault, Regions Bank vault, trapped in behind the steel doors that you see on TV, trapped in, locked in a room with a key, counting money, to raising other people's credit card limits, working for the largest credit card company in the world. You probably got one of their cards in your pocket now. All the way to what I do today, serving almost 20, 30 years in the customer service arena. And so when you come train with me, you get all of that, the money talk, the loving on you, the pouring back into you. And that's a unique experience that you don't find anywhere else. And so I love when people point that out, like, oh my gosh, you're so different from all the other training companies that I've tried to reach out to, and then when y'all find out, if you're here in Atlanta, you find out I'm here and we're like breathing the same air, it makes it an even more unique experience. Like, oh my gosh, you're real. You're in my hometown. Can we have coffee? And I'm like, girl, it's cold outside. No, we can get on live though. We can get on Zoom though. So these are unique opportunities that come as a result of coming to train with me, and this $1,500 scholarship paves the way for you to come into my world. We have so many fun things coming up. Starting in the top of next year, we're doing a 5-day Future Black Life Coach Challenge, so make sure you're a part of my Facebook group over at futurebblacklifecoaches.com. I share opportunities like this. I share about our 5-day challenge. I share about our training. I share about other things that I'm working on, like I'm finishing up a book on grants right now. Matter of fact, it's sitting here in my lap. Look how thick it is. 200 pages that I went and got printed out and bound up at Staples. And they looked at me like I was crazy. Like, this is a lot. It is. But this is what I've learned through that $25,000 in debt-free, non-traditional business funding for my Black woman small business. And I'm bringing that knowledge to you in the form of a book, in the form of other trainings, in the form of working with me one-on-one. And we got memberships coming up. So it's so many unique opportunities when you say yes to the call that you know that God has on your heart to, number one, become a coach, get certified, learn that skill, convert that coaching conversation, stop preaching and teaching to people, stop guessing and Googling, stop trying to copy other people and be like them, stop wondering if you're doing it right, stop wondering if you're called to coach. If people have told you you should become a coach, if you know in your heart that God has called you to become a coach, then it's time to become a coach. And stop trying to take a cheap training or read a book or watch a video and call yourself a coach, because you can get sued. Coaches can get sued. Okay. We talk about all of that in the training, but I'm here to bring the knowledge. I told y'all it's like working with the professor one-on-one. And what you don't know is that this particular professor is the literal founder of the school. I just cosplay as one of the teachers. Okay. So I founded the school for Black Christian women to come in, get certified, get trained, learn how to confidently convert those coaching conversations to clients' cash checks and credit cards, and then take that knowledge, make money off of it, again, market it, turn it into ministry, incorporate it into the ministry type that you already have going on, and then add other skills like speaking, like doing what I did earlier this year. And then a coach before me that trained with me, she did it the year before, I think it was. But we're documentarians. We have documentaries where we're the feature. Money was given to do that. We were paid and given these opportunities. And then we pay them with our presence. We have coaches who are speakers and podcast hosts and magazine cover artists, and I'm one of those now. Like, we're following in each other's footsteps. I'm not the only one paving paths, okay? We got some shakers and movers in our crew of almost 200 coaches. I think right now we're at 187. I'm so looking forward to us hitting that 200. Are you going to be part of that 200? Because it's an exciting army of elite women of God, Black. We have one Latina. She begged me, like, please don't leave me out. So Ivy, hey, Coach Ivy, she is one of our Latina coaches, and she is like preaching the gospel of coming to get certified as a Black woman, Christian certified life coach. And so I love the fact that this information can be combined with what you already have going on. You don't have to pay a whole lot. You don't have to go through generic training. You don't have to take a cheap training. You can get quality education with the dean of the education, okay? And then come in and get everything that you need. I'm also behind the scenes in the inbox. That's why I'm like, if you want this scholarship opportunity, inbox me, because I'm behind the scenes, ready to answer your questions. Someone was messaging me last night or the night before, like 12 a.m. my time. And I'm okay with that because all of our coaches are on different time zones. And so I don't make myself available 24/7. But if I'm up chilling, like I was doing just now, if it ain't nap time, if I ain't tired, and I'm scrolling on TikTok anyway, I don't have a problem with talking to you in the inbox. We up. Let's talk business. Let's get you through this training because God has something for you better on the other side. You've been waiting on it. And most of y'all tell me, you feel like God has given you the vision to become a coach. Let's go, sis. What you wait on? Let's go, sis. So that's pretty much all I got. As a recap, your life experience does not certify you as a life coach. Again, let me say it slow. Okay. Your life experience does not certify you as a life coach. Learning how to convert your life experiences into a coaching conversation that requires a skill, that gives you confidence as a potential future life coach. Life coaching is a skill that does not involve teaching, it does not involve preaching, it does not involve giving advice, it does not involve sharing your opinions, it does not involve beating your beliefs over somebody else's head, okay? It doesn't involve that. It doesn't take all that. It's very simple. When people trust you from following your journey and seeing you come through and overcome and use your faith, they're more likely to reach out and want to coach with you as a result of that. But you got to have a system in place. That's where the skill of converting a coaching conversation into clients, cash, checks, and credit cards, the 4 C's, comes in. And so even if you thought you were coaching already, but secretly that you weren't, or if you recall trying to coach without being certified and you got to a sticking point and now you're wondering if you did it right, and you're thinking, ooh, can I be sued for that? It's quite possible. So you want to make sure that you're covered in the blood and legally. We talk about that in the training. So come on and join us over at futureblackLifeCoaches.com. Join our private Christian coaching community. Hello, uniquely me. How are you? When you coming to get certified with us, girl? Then you want to stay in our world. That's why I showed up with this final scholarship opportunity of the year, giving you a $1,500 blessing. It's a credit that I will deduct automatically from your $3,000 tuition to take the Black Woman Christian Life Coach Certification Self-Study Training Program. All you pay is the $1,497. I and our grant committee of the $24,000 of opportunities take care of the rest. You never owe us that second part. We got you covered. So we are just emptying that bank before the new year, giving one more sister an opportunity to come train with us. We have $1 million coaches around the world that are on my team that are like rooting for me, and they white men. One is in Australia, one is South African, which is so cool to talk to these white men with accents that's, believing the vision that God has given this young Black doctor in the United States. And they're like, go do it. We have a Black coach down the street as well. He's our 6-figure coach. And he just keeps my mind right, okay? And so we need a team of people like that. And this is your entry into that world of what that looks like, because I share where I found these men who believe in the vision of this Black woman, and they want to hear your stories. They want to hear that you're getting these scholarship opportunities because, again, they're supporting this mission. Even if they just listen to me vent and rant and cry and be frustrated and grow in God. And one of them is a Christian man. I have to say that. He told me recently, I didn't know. We don't really talk religion unless it's about my business. But when he told me, it shocked me. I was like, oh, Peter, you're a Christian. It's really cool. But anyway, I digress. If you thought you've been coaching already, there's still time to learn how to do it. It's not about an ego trip. It's not about you're no longer, this big time pastor with a big time collar and a big time following and Bishop, Dr. Reverend, such and such. No, you're just learning a new skill of coaching. It is a skill. Yes, you do have to train, just like you trained at seminary. Even if you wear an honorary doctoral crown like I do, that still came with 30 plus years of ministry where you were training, where you were serving and sacrificing and learning a skill. Ministry is a skill. Y'all know it takes a skill to not cuss people out. Y'all know it takes a skill to be around people who ain't saved and being around the truly saved. That's a skill. You had to learn that. You might not have been in a classroom, but the School of Hard Knocks taught you 30 plus years. Okay, so wear that honorary degree with like a crown. I do. So your title in other places does not go away when you learn a new skill. You simply humble yourself as a leader, come learn, get what you need, incorporate it with the ministry that you have going on, and then you're now a certified Black woman Christian life coach with this new title, with this new skill, with this new way to add to your ministry, to make money, to keep growing, and to keep impacting lives and growing the vision that God has given you. I think I've said all I have to say for today. My neighbor just got home, and I know we're going to have a conversation about the weather, about the pipes. I learned a new way to keep our pipes warm, and several other things we got going on in the neighborhood. So I'm going to go listen out for her. I got to give her a chance to process everything. I processed because I've been here. I left for coffee and food, and then I came back to talk to you guys. She just got back. I heard her car alarm, so we're going to go chat, okay? If you have questions, feel free to send me an inbox here on Facebook. If you would like the scholarship link, you must pay within 24 hours of receiving this link, because if not, you're holding up someone else's blessing. We do have a waiting list for opportunities like this, and so I want to give you an opportunity to jump in on it. It's first pay, first say, first pay. So that means that you reach out and say, hey, I'm ready. I want that scholarship. You have less than 24 hours. The time is ticking to pay that $14.97. And then you get everything you need to successfully complete this life coach certification training. You can ask me any question you would like that's not already covered in the handbook or the training, or over at blacklifecoachcertification.com. Again, blacklifecoachcertification.com, where I answer every question you could think of for this program. I won't repeat what I put out there, but I'll tell you where to go find it. I am available to you. I don't just take your money and disappear, take your money and run. I've been here since 2016, building online as a trainer. I got certified in 2013. So if you've been around that long watching my journey, hey girl, we almost 10 years in the game. I'm still here. It's still paying the bills. God is good. And I want to teach you how to do that too. So until we meet again, my friends, remember, there is someone somewhere. They are waiting on you to take this opportunity, walk in your destiny, so they can walk into theirs. Because it's when you let your own light shine, you give others permission to do the same. And when you impact just one life, as a Black woman Christian certified life coach, you are impacting generations. You ready to impact generations? Reach out to me via inbox here on Facebook, or if you're watching this video on any other platform, email me directly. Again, I'm Dr. AJ Austin. I'm at aj@thebossof.me. Again, aj@thebossof.me. And I'll see y'all soon. Have a phenomenal rest of your day. Happy holidays. Merry celebrating the birth of Jesus Christ here in these streets, okay? Y'all have a great holiday season. If I don't see you before the new year, Happy New Year. I'll see you soon, though. God bless. Bye, future Black life coach, and somebody about to win this scholarship. I'm ready. You ready? Inbox me, and we'll talk soon. God bless. Bye, y'all.